Hello people, it's now Thursday tea time, getting on for 6 o'clock. I had 2 fish last night. I had one bream, I think it was £10, 11 ounce, massive thing. Should have seen the size of it. I thought it was a lot bigger than £10, 11 ounce. So I had that on the bag with a little short rig with a wafter on it, KD style. So I put another bag on, cast that back out. I had the bream about, I think it was about 8 o'clock off per state last night. Cast that back out, started getting liners on my other rods, and then I had a picked the rod up, and there was nothing there. That was on the other rod, that was on the pop-up rig. It was on the multi-rig. So I recast that back out with fresh bait on it. And I kept getting liners again. Last night the place, I didn't see anything yesterday at all, nothing showing, nothing. But then last night about 7 o'clock, all of a sudden stuff started showing in the margins. And out there, and I mean out there, all the way round here, going up the lake to about halfway up the lake. The whole place last night came alive. There was a fly hatch or something on the water. There was loads of flies when I was putting my rigs out, but they must have been all over the water down this end, because the carp were going absolutely crazy. I've never seen so many shows before, never. I must have seen 150, 200 shows, or heard them last night, at least. There just seemed to be shoals and shoals and shoals of them. You know, just constantly up and down, splashing out, turning over. And then, like I say, I had that bream, I had that carp, and then I tried to get to sleep for a few hours, but it was difficult because of all the boshing out of the fish. Managed to nod off, and then I got woke up at 2:30 with a tape. And it was running, picked the rod up, got to it, but there was nothing there. That was on the I think that was on the multi-rig again, I think. Was it the multi-rig or was it the bag rig? I can't remember now. Might have been the bag rig actually. So I put another one out, then I had another funny occurrence about 5 o'clock. You know, like a pick-up type of thing. The bobbin stopped up there, so I struck into it because I thought there might be something that's on. To get what I mean, so I struck into it, but there's nothing there. Put that rig back out, and then at what time was it? 8 o'clock this morning. I had another fish. Bobbin went up, dropped down, went up again, started running, lifted into it, reeled it back in, and I got it all the way right underneath my rod tip. And what it must have done is it must have picked my other line up, because all of a sudden my other alarm started sounding. Because I was fishing slack lines, it must have picked me other rig up from right the way out there. Say right the way out there, nearly 50 yards out there. And it must have come back this way before it set the alarm off near my rod. And I could see the fish on the surface, and then my other rig wrapped round it. I thought, what the bloody hell's going off here? And the next thing you know, it dived down and shot under. And then that was it. It just felt like the hook had pulled, but I don't know what happened. It must have hit a mussel bed or something, because it cut straight through my leader. Cut through my leader on that rod, and it cut through my leader on the other as well. Really strange. I've never had that happen before. But there must be well, I'd say there is mussel beds down there, because I know from when I fished it previously that there's one over to my left. Down here on the left where these lilies are, these lilies run all the way across here. I know that there's a mussel bed around here, so there must be quite a few of them spread about, to be honest with you. So, but it's one of them things, you know what I can do about it. But I spodded up again this morning. I put another 15 spods out this morning. nothing. I've had a couple of liners through the day, but then it's been pretty quiet. There's been loads of fish boshing out in the margins today, all day long, right the way around the margins. So come 5 o'clock, I reeled all my rods in, re-rigged them. Got them all cast back out first time, which is a bonus, always a bonus when you do that. Got them all cast out, like I say, first time. Then I spotted about another 15 spods over the top, and then an handful of boilies I put out with a throwing stick spread around on the outside of baited area. And then just a case of seeing what happens, and then figuring out tomorrow what to do tomorrow after tonight's results. But I'm going to keep that baited spot going and fish the baited spot at night time with at least 2 rods every night, because it makes sense to. And then I think what I'm going to do in the daytime, the bag rig, or the other rig that I was using, the bag rig, I'm going to use and cast it into different places in the margins, see if I can pick a fish up out of the margins, because I've seen that many of them today in the margins. So when I take the rods out in the morning before I bait up, I might have a walk round that far side, all around here, and look at spots, so can get a rough idea in my head where it's best place to be casting the bag to. And then what I'll have to do is, I think a couple of the spots I'll be able to cast and get it bang on straight away, whereas some of the other places I might have to flick a lead out there, mark down how far it is, wrap it up, then put my bag on and do it that way. I'll just have to see, but I'm dead pleased that I've had a carp already. £13, oh I can't remember now, £13, 5 ounces I think it was, a mirror, nice fish as well. But I couldn't photograph it because it was chucking it down rain. And it was that windy. I was gonna do it, and then as I got the fish out of the water and got it up there, I went in to get my tripod out of the car, set my tripod up in the right places because I marked it out with a bank stick, some other sticks. Went to get my camera and just started chucking it down. I thought, well, to get what I mean, I ain't knackering my camera up for a picture of a fish. Hopefully there'll be plenty more pictures, fingers crossed, and toes, and everything else. But I don't know what Richard, my mate's doing yet. He's supposed to have been coming, but I spoke to him earlier on, and to me it don't sound like he's going to end up coming, I don't think. But it don't make no difference. It should have been nice if he did come. Could have had a bit of a social, but just have to wait and see what happens, that's all. I've mixed some more spod mix up. I've got enough pigeon conditioner and hemp and stuff left over to do another bucket. And then I've got another full bucket, and then I need to tomorrow night get some more pigeon conditioner soaking in hot water for 24 hours. I've got plenty of boilies left, both lots of boilies that are been rehydrated in oil and in liquid. I've got enough of them to last me a couple of days yet before I need to start doing some more. That's about it. I think there's only me and one other bloke that's on here now. There was a bloke further down there, but he sodded off not long ago while I was cooking me hamburgers. Oh yes folks, you need to get one of these inside your 2-man bivvy. Absolutely wicked when you're cooking. You don't have to worry about nothing getting knocked over, anything spilled. You just got to reach there, turn it on. Absolute bliss, people. Absolute bliss. Heaven. Right, I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee and then sign off for now. And then obviously I'll see you again later if I get a fish, people. Tight lines.